Thank you. I'm Alpha Christian. I'm going to present about session 12, African ethics. Starting from the first question, similarities and differences between African and European ethics. African ethics have a concept like Obono, meaning that I am because we are, which highlights the relationship between others. And then Europeans have social cooperation and collective responsibilities. Africa and Europeans have respect to the elders. They all respect the elders as the ones with the experience in making a guidance for decision making. There is also moral virtues. African and European ethics share the common emphasis on the moral virtues such as honesty, justice, courage, and compassion toward people do. According to by the differences, I have seen that Africa. I have seen that Africans, to the differences, I have seen that Africans prioritize individualism, whereas the Europeans considers communalism by prioritizing communal well-being. To the religious and spiritual beliefs, Africans mostly are still indigenous in their region where they use cultural or ancestral veneration, whereas Europeans are mostly dominated by the Christianity. Then for the third viewpoint of differentiation, Africans, according to the approach of moral dilemmas, mostly Europeans' ethical frameworks really relies on deontology and consequentialistic approaches where the actions are being judged by by basing on the principles and the consequences of an action, whereas Africans, however, may incorporate more relational or holistic approach by considering the actions of an individual. The Africans considers virtues the most by considering the virtue ethics. Then to the second question, it was about to explain the relationship between rights and duties in both laws and ethics, in both law and ethics in law. I have seen that the light establishes the legal protections and the the individual possesses with a particular judicial duties in law are corresponding obligations that individuals have to respect the rights of the others and comply with the laws on regulations of society so that each person laws or the rights of anybody is being respected. Then the legal system establishes a framework that balances the right and duties. It provides the mechanism of enforcing rights and holding individuals accountable for fulfilling their duties. For example, if someone's right is if someone's right to property is violated, then the legal laws have to help him to be to know how the person who violated his rights can be held legally accountable. Whereas in ethics, ethical rights are based on the moral principles and values rather than frameworks. For example, in according to the ethical rights, here we follow those mostly those the moral obligations that individuals have towards others or society. These duties are often derived from ethical theories or principles that guide human behavior and interactions towards doing something right or wrong. We Peter, warwanye nawe wamenye ibyawe ko buri wese amaintayininga ibintu bye ndabeshya abantu bimwe. Then for the last point, I've seen that ethical frameworks may differ across cultures, religions, and philosophical perspectives, leading to the variations in the understanding and prioritization of duties and tasks, or duties and rights. Here, common ethical principles such as respect for autonomy, justice, and beneficence are often uh, not were explained by discussing on the rights and duties. Then for the third question, it was about how does Ubuntu or Ubuntu influence ethical thinking. This Ubuntu ethics influenced ethical thinking by emphasizing the care and interconnectedness and of people and the common good for different parties. This Ubuntu encourages people to consider the impact of their actions on others and prioritize the well-being of the whole community, so that everybody is well treated without being treated bad. Thank you. And that was my presentation for the today's pre-class on session 12, African ethics. Thank you.